What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. It's your boy Payne. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Listen, I've been thinking about this a long time. All right, now you know how a lot of us have been stranded with the concept of elements, especially free-to-play players, some dolphins, even newer players coming in. Elements, having the proper three-man element, has become almost a crippling thing in this game, because when you have elements that are involved, it makes it really hard to play anything that is not within that elemental meta. Now, what I mean by this, for example, is Thomas, Gun, He, Min, Cha. Those are the four you use, really nobody else, right? And when you do an elemental fight, like let's say Deimos or whoever else, you're either going to use the same three units throughout the entire thing, with SJW, of course, as supports as well. And there is really no mix and match. And I think this game needs a little bit of a breath of fresh air almost. Okay, and I think my idea here is one that's going to hopefully be considered by the devs, and I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to think about it. I think because of the way it's set up, how everything pretty much functions by elements, it's really limiting us in terms of enjoying the game and using diverse characters in different ways. Certain skill sets, for example, right, that could be used with other characters just is not allowed, because for the most part, people want to keep the elemental damages together because it makes such a big impact. But what if, and hear me out on this one, what if Netmarble did something different? Rather than just making it only elemental advantage, why not, and again, hear me out on this, why not have it by guild? I think this would be such a cool concept to have the guilds be a new form of element that allows you to get extra damage on content rather than just the element itself, right? Like, think of it this way, right? Like, imagine having the ability to use the scavenger guild, for example, with Thomas, and using his fellow scavenger members, right? So who else is a scavenger, right? Dong Su's a scavenger. So maybe there's a way to make Dong Su better with certain units rather than pairing him with Win. I'm just kidding. We know that's not going to happen. Dong Pu definitely just needs a buff. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, for example, using Alicia, Just Titties guild with another Just Titty guild member, Emma, would be a really cool concept. Right? And it's really hard to do outside of the bot stuff, specifically the challenge modes, and it makes it really difficult for us to really enjoy these characters in different atmospheres and different diversities because of the elemental advantage / disadvantage this game offers pretty much to every unit, right? For example, the White Tiger Guild. It'd be kind of cool to use people in the White Tiger Guild outside of just Choi. Or, sorry, Beck, right? Or somebody like Choi in the Hunters Guild. It'd be kind of nice to use him and Cha together and see how they do. Right? And then, for example, we have 3 members from the Blades Guild that are coming out. So we already have Akari, which we all know and laugh at now because she's the most pointless unit that have been released. But we have Kenai as well, too, that just came out, right? And that's another unit right there that would be kind of cool with Goto releasing to put 3 of them together, even though they're all different elements. So Akari being light, right? Kenai being fire, and Goto being wind. The 3 of them together have a lot of lore. There's a lot of history, a lot of backgrounds together, but we can't actually use the 3 of those people together because it's all about elemental. So why not add in passives and buffs, not only to elements, but also to guilds, right? And especially because right now, there's such a big focus on the guild system itself. Why not emphasize the guild system that's pre-existing with these hunters? I think that'd be such a cool concept. So it's like, imagine this, right? So let's say you don't have the elements for one of these new WOBLs, or if you don't have the element for the weekly bot, or you don't have the element for Power of Destruction, but you've been collecting some units, and these units are available to you via the guild. So it'd be like Dark Day, Wind Day, and then right here you'd have the Hunters Guild, right? So cool, like we don't have Dark or Wind, but Hunter's Guild has Light in Cha, or has Cha and has Choi, and they would also get a 150 damage increase plus some extra passives, right? Because unfortunately at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, there aren't enough, I don't think enough guild members in each of these guilds. I don't even know if you can search by guild. You can't even search by guild, which to me is crazy. But I don't think there's enough guild members here, right? We have the Hunter Association, you can do Min, you could do Gun He, for example, is also a Hunter Association, right? There you go, there's 2 there. Who else is Hunters Association? I think she is Hunters Guild, so different. And Wu, right? There you go. So Wu, right there. Now, obviously, these guys are a little bit different because Wu is... What is he? Field Guild? I don't even know. Oh, Fiend? Fiend Guild? Is that Fiend? Oh, Fiend. Okay, interesting. I don't know who else is on the Fiend Guild, but again, it'd be kind of cool to just be able to like Hunter Association there. Like, it'd be awesome to give these SRs a chance as well too, right? There's a White Tiger Guild there. What is she? Is she in any guild? Hunter Association. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be a really unique experience to put guilds in here and give them extra passives over the elements. Let's say 250% damage. Why not, right? Because there's such limited access to it. And then give them a couple extra passives together. Like, combine, like, have 3 guild members, okay, or like have 2 guild members get 150%, have 3 guild members get 200%. So it gives incentive to use some of these extra units across the board. And I think this is a great way to again diversify the roster. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if anybody ever really uses some of these units outside of their actual elements. And I mean, there are exceptions, of course. We talk about the universal supports, right? Which obviously, like Isla, Meilin, Min, right? Hansimi to some extent. But I mean, at the end of the day, it'd be nice to at least be able to do this. Now, that's my take on it, because I think this should be a really cool concept. I think this would be a really cool concept if they just added a guild logo right under here, guild logo right under here, and allowed that to happen. Now, I'm curious what you guys think, because here's the problem. I'm finding, right? Once somebody figures out the meta, everybody follows that meta. Nobody really diversifies too much or goes over that meta. This would allow us to explore the kits even more, because you know how Netmarble said one thing they really want to do is make sure that people use artifacts in different ways. That should also be applied to the roster. I think the roster is so stagnant right now. There are so many units, and this is a very big part of gachas, right? Power creep occurs. Old units kind of just fall down and they never get used anymore. But because the content is so stale after the first week of a release of patch, this would be a great way to allow people to test, to try new things, and to be able to, again, put units together that really would be lore accurate, right? Like, think of it this way. Remember when Gina, Hansimi, Hands in My Pants, and Lee Boro went on that mission with their squad? And they met Kargalagagag again, right? Remember that in the anime and the manhwa? Well, how cool would that be to be able to put those 3 together with SJW and they buff him because they're all in the same guild, right? I think they're all in the same guild. If I go to Libora, let me just see, make sure. Yeah, Hunter's Guild. I'm sure Hansimi is also Hunter's Guild, right there, right? And then who was the other one I just mentioned? Oh, Sa is also Hunter's Guild. Like, so many missed opportunities here, guys. So many missed opportunities to do such cool things that unfortunately they're not doing. And I really hope they consider this. I think this is a great way to help free-to-play players and Dolphins especially to, again, be able to do more content outside of just the whole elemental sphere, which is becoming, quite honestly, number 1, boring, and number 2, very, very meta-oriented, and it feels like if you don't have the right elements, you can't do certain things. So, Netmarble, I hope you watch this. I think this is a great idea. So, people in the comment section, if you think this is a good idea, let me know what you think in the comment section, how things can be improved. Or if you think this is a bad idea, let me know what you think is a good way to improve this whole system. Because I think right now, the elemental system is getting kind of dry and boring, and I think they need to spice things up a little bit so the roster can actually go a different direction and hopefully make this game a little bit more fun than it currently is. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.